Hey there, folks. One redneck to another, I am back. And if you hear a little music in the background, that is the 50s on Sirius, aka the first generation of rock. Hadn't been anything like it since. I don't care what y'all say. Okay. So anyhow, what I want to talk about today is these young students that are in the colleges all voted for Hillary, thought they had a sure thing, thought grandma was going to take over, give them all their free tuition. You know, they were for Bernie Sanders, and then Bernie Sanders got cut out by Hillary Clinton, and they said, okay, we'll just hold our noses and we'll vote for Hillary Clinton. And old Mr. Trump just doesn't have a chance. He's never spent a day in public office. He's never run for anything. What does he know? He's a billionaire. He can't feel our pain. Well, let me got something to tell you here. This Hillary Clinton, she's never worked a day in her life. She has always worked for government in one capacity or another because of her connections as her husband Bill Clinton was governor of Arkansas. Some people call it Arkansas, but I don't want to, really piss off you Arkansas people, so I will call it Arkansas. But anyhow, yeah, she worked for the Rose Law Firm as a direct result of being the First Lady of Arkansas. And so, anyway, you can do with that what you want. The lady never tells the truth. I hate to even call her a lady because of the way she's treated women throughout her husband's political career. You see, the trouble with old Billy Bob, he just can't keep his hands to himself. And like one reporter asked after the last debate between Clinton and Trump, the reporter asked out loud to Mr. Bill Clinton, "Why do you rape?" And at that point, he yelled and screamed, and of course, none of the media reported it, but obviously, right up there on the stage, across from the Clintons, were three of his accusers, they call them, one of which who was paid off nearly $1 million because he found himself in front of her. Her name was Paula Jones. Then there was Juanita Broderick, and then there was Kathleen Willey. Kathleen Willey, Mr. Bill Clinton, got a hold of her and didn't want to let go. And she just got out of there with the skin of her teeth. And then, of course, there was Juanita Broderick, who was actually raped by Mr. Clinton at least once that we know of. And so these women are all legitimate. They had reported immediately their incidences, their so-called dates with Mr. Billy Boy can't keep his hands to himself. And Paula Jones, like I said, had even settled, and her sexual harassment lawsuit after running the whole country through the sewer known as the Bill Clinton presidency. And then, of course, we found out that he did pay her off almost $1 million once again. And then somewhere during his testifying on the Paula Jones case, he actually admitted further to having a 12-year affair with Jennifer Flowers, who was not up there on the stage. Now you're saying to yourself, now this is all Bill Clinton. What does this have to do with Hillary Clinton? Hillary Clinton orchestrated the bimbo eruptions, and she used all the attorneys that they could get their hands on, and they did set about to discredit all the victims of Bill Clinton. So it is definitely pertinent, and Bill Clinton would have been headed back to the White House had Hillary just put together a campaign that was about something and had substance. Of course, we all know Hillary doesn't have any substance. She is completely without substance. She is without a soul. She is without a plan. She doesn't know economics. She has no tax policy except to raise minimum wage. Hooray! That would be wonderful for all you college students, safety pin crowd, who are all upset that Hillary got trounced. I mean, they broke the back. The GOP broke the back of the Democrat Party. That's one of the terms that Bill Clinton used to use when he was dealing what he called with the GOP juggernaut. He broke the back of the GOP juggernaut. So I make sure I never miss to reuse that same term that Bill Clinton used. Trump broke the back of the Democrat Party and laid it all bare for the entire world to see. The DNC is corrupt to high heaven. It collaborated with CNN reporters who basically were feeding questions to Hillary before the debates. They were asking permission to ask certain questions in her interviews with the media, and they basically laid down the red carpet. And I guess in some alternate universe, this was all supposed to placate Hillary Clinton for putting up with that stupid SOB Bill Clinton their entire life since they've been married, 35, 40 years, whatever it is. But the trouble is, that Hillary had a contract with the liberal media. The rest of us didn't. The rest of us never promised Hillary squat for keeping her mouth shut about her president, her own husband president, who, again, had wandering fingers. He had Russian fingers and Roman toes, or whatever the saying is. He could not keep his hands to himself. And so that is why Hillary did not get elected, and now they have to deal with Trump. So now everything evil, Trump equals everything evil. Did they ever take a single mathematics course? This is not an equation. So anything, racist, bigoted, homophobic, anti-student, anti-woman, anti-minority, anti-gay, anti-transgender, the whole LBGTQRSTUV, whatever it adds up to, now Trump equals the meanie guy, the worst possible person. The devil incarnate now is going to the White House, and these safety pin crowd, these students who've never worked a day in their lives, living on mommy and daddy, on their teat, possibly going to an actual campus. Half of them are probably taking an online course and living in grandma's basement or mom and dad's basement. But in any case, they need to grow up, wise up, get a job, take their almost worthless education in a lot of cases, unless it's a STEM type education. There are a lot of degrees out there that are practically worthless. Even the diplomas are misspelled. And not only that, the students can't even properly read the diplomas that they received. And it's all while getting a huge student tuition debt for their student loans. So, they're upset. They want a free ride. They think you and I should pay for it. They think all the people who don't go to college, by the way, folks, most people do not have a bachelorette degree. Most people do not. Most people who go to college don't even finish college, and they still have the debt. Folks, a lot of people, Bill Gates, one of them, got along just fine without a college degree. He dropped out of Harvard. There are many, 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 many others of folks, myself included, who didn't finish his bachelor's degree, did fine, had a great career in spite of that. They have oversold this education. The Democrats promised it to be free. They lied, and they lied again. The state college tuition debt as a whole is trillions of dollars now. It'll never be paid off. Somebody in the future is going to have to figure out how to get these kids to pay it off. It should remain on their credit if they haven't paid. They should be made to start making their payments. There is no free lunch. There is no free education, upper education, and these kids need to get used to it. Somebody's got to pay it. It's going to be you. If you went through and flunked all your classes, didn't get your degree, or if you skated through with your C+, D- average, whatever it is, and you got your degree in puppet mastery, and you can't get a job, it ain't my fault. You signed the documents. You pay your bills. That's how life works. Anyway, so get a job. Finish your education or not. Get out there. Get a job, you safety pin kids. Find out what life's all about. Start taking some responsibility. Start signing up for house payments, car payments, medical payments, and you come back and you vote in the 2020 election, and you tell me that you're a screaming liberal Democrat brat after you look at all the taxes that are coming out of your paycheck. And yes, Trump will be president for the next 4 years at least. But it takes a while to unravel the massive taxes that everybody's been having to pay. So good luck with that. Hasta la vista, baby.